to find out that America had bombed Venezuela and kidnapped their president and first lady. And as someone younger than me asked the internet this morning, is this what it felt like when America invaded Iraq in the 90s? And the short answer is no. In fact, not at all. I was a teenager when America invaded Iraq, and it was terrible and scary to go to war. But it had been in the news for months. There had been protests against it, arguments made on both sides, and ultimately Congress had voted on it, as they are supposed to do. If our country wants to go to war, the American Constitution, which is literally the operating manual for the nation, is very clear that only Congress can decide that. Only Congress, with the power of the purse, with the elected representatives of the people, can make such a serious decision. This attack we just launched on Venezuela went through nobody. This is America gone rogue. This is America acting like Russia, taking Georgia or going to war with Ukraine. This is America saying, forget international law and autonomy of independent nations. Might makes right, and we will take what we want when we want. The only similarity between this and the 90s is back then we were lied to about weapons of mass destruction as a danger to the United States. And this time we're being lied to as drugs as a danger to the United States. But both were cover stories for U.S. attacks over oil and money. And in Venezuela's case, you can add rare minerals. But the Bush government at least had enough respect for the American Republic and the rule of law to take the time to fabricate what appeared to be a legitimate reason to do a terrible thing. The Trump government has been acting like madmen since the beginning, just indiscriminately murdering people in the Caribbean, claiming to be protecting America from drugs coming out of Venezuela, while simultaneously pardoning the leader of Honduras, who was in jail for actually trafficking drugs to Venezuela. The Trump administration didn't even bother to take this world-changing step from the Situation Room of the White House, the place where one would take a decisive first strike action or declare war. Trump did it from his country club in Florida and informed the American people via tweet. We kidnapped the albeit questionable and corrupt elected leader of an independent democratic nation after attacking them unprovoked in the middle of the night. There is no precedent for that in our history. And now our president is saying that we're just going to run their country until this gets sorted out. And as Jessica Craven pointed out online, we don't have the money for healthcare in America, but we have the money to run another nation. This is why we needed congressional approval for this spending. But no, we didn't get that. We're being run by a dictator and the American taxpayer is paying for the privilege of doing it. I do think it should also be noted that it appears our military under Pete Hegseth is willing to take illegal orders. And this action makes it very clear why the American Navy admiral in charge of Latin America abruptly retired in December, because he clearly wanted no part of this illegal action. And make no mistake, this is an illegal action. As soon as this order was given, without going through Congress, in direct contradiction to our Constitution and the powers of the three branches of government, the military should have marched on Mar-a-Lago, not Venezuela. And the leader they should have taken into custody was our own. I will take more time in the future to explain our history with Venezuela, how long we've been trying to take their oil or take control over their government, how we almost succeeded during the Bush years, the importance of oil to their country and ours. But for now, understand America is completely out of pocket here. And everyone from the United Nations to the International Criminal Court should see America for what we are, the bad guys. Because this act of war was ours and ours alone. And we should be deeply ashamed.